And we're back in the game with some more Medieval 2 Total War America's campaign. And we're going to be playing as the Spanish, in fact New Spain. We're going to be on very hard difficulty. We're going for not the long victory campaign rules. We are in fact going for a world domination. A new world domination, I should say, as we are technically classed in the New World. So, we're just going to go out and capture every settlement on the map. It is a smaller map than the Grand Campaign. I'm not sure how many regions there are, as it's been many years since I played this campaign. But we shall go out and kill everybody, enslave them, and take all of their land and their gold. Right. Our strengths lie in excellent infantry, cavalry and missile troops. Our weaknesses lie in the small number of men, and we must rely on native mercenaries. And we will have access to conquistadors. Let's go ahead and read through the faction description. The Kingdom of Spain, under the rulership of astute and powerful monarchs, such as the current King Charles V, has risen to become one of Europe's paramount powers. After recently expelling the Moors from the Iberian Peninsula, thus ending the 800-year-long Reconquista, the Spanish people have come to see success as their God-given birthright. Now, amidst an uneasy peace, Spain has turned its attention to expanding its power by finding a new target for its battle-hardened forces and their indomitable spirit. With Columbus's discovery of the New World in 1492-93 and the subsequent Spanish conquest of Cuba, a new avenue of unparalleled conquest has opened up. Previous Spanish expeditions to the New World, led by Hernandez de Cordoba in 1517 and Juan de Grijalva in 1518, have only fueled Spain's lust for conquest and riches. Returning explorers tell tales of gold for the taking, and even entire cities made of gold. Can you believe it? Now, Hernan Cortes, a brilliant leader determined to claim wealth and territory in the name of Spain, is following on from these great explorers. However, conquest in the New World is fraught with danger. It is a strange place inhabited by even stranger savage peoples. Rumours abound that they worship pagan gods and perform sacrilegious rites, including vile cannibalism. Despite the dangers, many conquistadors see an opportunity to prove their reputation as Europe's greatest soldiers, as well as a chance to return home with untold riches. For the King of Spain, the New World is an opportunity to expand both Spain's empire and coffers, while dutifully carrying out the Church's work by converting the heathen savages. In the New World, Spain must rely heavily on its mounted conquistadors and skilled swordsmen, with crossbowmen and gunners playing a vital supporting role. Right. Well, let's get started, shall we? There is an intro video. I'll go ahead and let it play, as maybe not everyone has seen it.
Speak of the New World and men dream of riches, glory and conquest. This land is home to the fearsome and decadent Aztecs, a people who appease their great sun god with hearts torn from the chests of their enemies. And enemies the Aztecs have aplenty. To the east on the Yucatan Peninsula, the Mayans, a majestic people with an epic history, dream of restoring their once great empire to its former glory. North, beyond the jungles, roam the Apachean tribes, skilled hunters who follow the great herds across the plains, and fearsome warriors who are quick to learn the ways of their enemies. A new enemy sails on the horizon, bearing steel and marching under the Holy Cross. To Spain, the New World is a land of hope, a land where the Holy Word is delivered on the end of a sword. A land where empires are born. A land of total war.
Indeed, Total War. That's what we're here for. That's the name of the game. Literally and figuratively. Okay, let's zoom in. As we can see, we start out with 30,000 in gold. There's a nice big pot of gold. And we're here in the New World to get even more gold. Even bigger pots. So let's see what we're working with. We have 200 turns to take over the entire map. Let's see what agents we have. We have 2 missionaries, 2 traders, an explorer, and a guide. The explorer is the same as a diplomat, and the guide is the same as a spy. So, we're going to get our diplomat to start making some alliances, getting some trade agreements, and getting some map info. Right. Now, we've got a trader here. There's some tobacco. That's worth 87. There's some chocolate worth 92. Right. That's worth 66 to you. We've got a missionary here. Right. There's a rebel settlement. I'm not going to try and pronounce every one of these settlements, as I just don't know the correct pronunciation. I will pronounce the ones I do know, or at least think I know. Right. We're going to use our missionaries as scouts, basically. We do have a guide who's going to be our spy, our actual official spy. Right, we found the Aztecs. Now, if we zoom out, we can see from the mini-map that our settlements, our 2 settlements, are widely spaced out. We have Veracruz here on the Mexican coast, modern day Mexico, and we have Havana, Cuba, all the way over here. Right. We do have another ship, and as we can see, even going by ship, it's going to take some time. So I'm going to do something that might seem a little unorthodox. Some people may agree with it, and some may not. As this is going to be a world domination, I propose to consolidate my forces together on one end of the map and work from one end all the way to the other end, instead of starting out at one end and having forces in the middle. Trying to support forces like that isn't going to end well, I don't think. So we're going to load up Hernan the Conquistador. I guess that's Hernan Cordoba or Cortez. Going to load him up onto his ship, and we're going to take all of our troops out of Veracruz. We will leave the church there. We'll destroy this building. We'll bump up the taxes, and we'll let some of the native people take back Veracruz. It may rebel, and we're going to start sailing all the way back over towards Cuba. Now, we have sailed this ship along the coastline, and we can in fact see the Mayan capital of Chichen Itza. That's actually one I think I know how to pronounce. So that's their capital, so it should be a fairly large settlement. And we do have to kill and conquer everybody, so why not start out with the Mayans? They appear to be very close to Cuba, and we can get troops from Havana over to the mainland fairly quickly. And Havana is our largest settlement in any case, larger than Veracruz was. We can get more troops from here. Now, there is a feature of the Americas campaign that is similar to a feature in Total Warhammer 2. If anyone has played Total Warhammer 2 as Marcus Wolfhart, you'll quickly realize what I'm talking about. It's the supply system. In Total Warhammer 2, Marcus Wolfhart is receiving supplies from the Empire, I believe from Karl Franz, or perhaps from other regions in the Empire. And something similar happens in Medieval 2 America's campaign, whereby the Spanish receive aid from Spain, all the way back in the Old World. It doesn't come every turn, it comes after you've actually expanded your territory and won significant victories, and then you're gifted a certain amount of gold and the ability to upgrade your settlements. So we're going to have to go out and claim some territory and win some battles. So as you can see, Havana can only build land clearance, dirt roads, and a brothel. It's not much. We do have a Spanish consulate, and we do have the town guard, and we do have a limited amount of troops, factional troops that we can get. So let's see who we actually get from brothel. We can get a guide. We don't have a guide at the moment, or any way to recruit them, so we'll start by building a brothel. We're about halfway, or just over halfway, to upgrading this settlement, but we can't actually upgrade it until we get a new title. We're currently at Viceroy level, so we're also going to go and recruit some troops. We're going to get the most basic unit, the pike unit, and they should act as a garrison unit, allowing us to withdraw most of these troops and send them over to the lands of the Mayans. Right. So I think we're ready to end our very first turn. Hopefully this campaign is well received on YouTube. As you can see, very fast end turn due to the fact that there's not too many factions in the game. We do have a mission, and we are going to get 5,000 in gold, and it is to capture this settlement, this rebel one. But again, we're going to try and consolidate our forces. So we're just going to keep moving our missionaries around the map. Okay, there's even more Aztecs over here. Friendly natives. The elite forces of New Spain, led by Hernan Cortes and other heroic conquistadors, will be severely outnumbered in this strange new world. In order to succeed, New Spain must call on the assistance of friendly native mercenaries. You are strangers in a strange place. We're strangers in a strange land. Making war with everyone is not a wise move. However, that is what I'm going to do. It may not be everyone at the same time, but it will be everyone. If you ally with some of the native tribes, you will find they will be far more generous in the troops they are willing to lend you. Right, we can do that. Writing in Veracruz, which we're going to ignore. Now, we've discovered some more trade resources. Are any of them better than what we have at the moment? Let's take fishing village, 2, 64. Don't appear to be any better at the moment. There's a lot of trade resources on the map. There's a lot of chocolate apparently out there. Right, here's our explorer come diplomat. May as well talk to the Aztecs. Right, let's get some trade. They seem to be receptive to that. Just accepted an alliance. Okay, they really like that. Now let's get some map info. And they have accepted that. Right. So now we can see that there are in fact even more Aztec cities out here. Right, and these people are the Tlaxcalans. Right, we'll go and talk to them in the next turn. We can only talk to one faction at a time. Half blocked. Marriage approved. So you've discovered there's at least 3 rebel settlements along the coast there, and that looks like the border of the Mayan land. Their flag appears to be green. You're still trying to get over here, so it's going to take 2 turns to get to mainland, and perhaps another turn to get to their settlement. And indeed, the pike militia are now garrison troops. We already have quite a few conquistadors. They are rather expensive at 1100, almost 1200 a turn, and 185 upkeep. Let's get some swordsmen. As you can see, we don't have any missile troops available to recruit. Right. And we are going to make a profit. You can see the King's Purse is currently 5,000. That's all coming from the Spanish court in Iberia. I guess Madrid would have been their capital. Okay, civil revolt. Veracruz is gone. We are still making a profit. And let's keep sailing around the coast on a little cruise trip. Right. Missionary, you may as well come along this coastline, and you may as well go along that coastline. And here's our Spanish guide. Now, as we're going to be starting our expansion from this side of the map, we may as well get our guide over here. But let's go and talk to the Tlaxcalans. We're going to trade with them, see about getting an alliance. Let's get some map info. They have modest wealth. I think we can get more from them than we got from the Aztecs. Ah, that's still generous. Right, let's go for something crazy like 2,500 gold. Oh, still generous. Dare we go for 3,000? Well, that's considered generous still, but let's not be overly greedy. We are, after all, the Spanish. Nobody can equate them with being greedy. They've just rejected it, but they're offering us 5,800. They don't want to give us map info. Well, you know what? I'm going to accept that. Let's see if we can actually trade them map info. Apparently that's generous. They don't want to go for that. Okay. So, Aztec? That's actually the Aztec capital. Would that be modern day Mexico City? If it is, it's going by a different name. Alright. There's another Aztec city there. Let's keep moving. Alliance announced. Hostilities have ceased. Alright. And we've constructed the brothel. So we can get another guide. Alright. That's just one turn to build that. And we can now pull out these troops. Okay, you need to come along here. We'll try to join up with Admiral Enrique.
Full sails. Your orders? Dropping anchor until morning.
Two more units. Right. Another rebel settlement. And let's see if there's anyone else. Oh, who's that? Tarascan. That's another new one. Alright, let's talk to the Tarascans. Let's see if we get an alliance with them. Ooh, their wealth is extreme. Let's go with 3,000 as an opening offer. Okay. They will give us map info, but only 1,000. Alright. Well, I think we have pretty good income at the moment. And we are soon going to be starting to conquer new territory. So I'm going to accept that. They are pleased. Right. We can't actually see any of their settlements. Oh, they're over here. Right. We can't see anything up here. So let's go exploring. Right. We're recruiting and we're building. Hopefully we'll get to see a battle in this very first episode. Right, here's that we can get quite a few troops. There seems to be fast replenishment there. Right. Let's go ahead and land and start our invasion. Okay. We can get some mercenaries. Looks like we have a lot of missile troops already. Got a cannon, a culverin. Right. It's good against buildings and pretty good against troops. Very long range missiles, can use flaming missiles. Good morale. Area attack. Alright. But obviously we can't replenish any of those just yet. So we got 6 missile units of our own. So I think we need more infantry. Native mercenaries 5, 1 and 6. 7, 2 and 8. Okay, the native warriors are better than the native mercenaries. They're not that much more expensive. Right. And we are in fact going to attack the neutral faction, which is now no longer neutral. Okay, you can land there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we will get some archers. And you now have a full stack as well. Right. We do only have 2 ships, don't we? Yes. And we should leave them there just in case we lose the battle here and we'll need an escape route. Retinue has expanded. Can we actually get any more ships? Yes, we can. A war galley. Alright, as we can get quite a few mercenaries, let's get another ship to start transporting troops over.
God's servant. Very good, my lord. Great leader. Moving quietly.
Alright, another rebel settlement.
Continuing tomorrow, my lord.
And I forgot to move my
Yes, my lord.
diplomat.
Naturally, my lord. Today's journey ends.
Keep on moving and exploring and discovering.
Yes, master. Make, my lord.
Right, there's another Mayan
Traveling with God.
settlement. Ooh, they got a full stack there. See if you can chase off that unit.
This is where we shall meet the enemy.
Right. Let's start shipping some more troops over.
Yes, my lord. This is as far as we go today, my lord.
And land clearance has been built. As you can see, there's nothing new until we get a new title. Right, we're actually going to be losing money.
God's servant. Yes. Great leader.
Okay, you can come up through there.
I shall resume, my lord.
And there's another
Traveling with
Mayan settlement to there
yes.
with even more troops.
An honor. On my way.
The Tarascans and the Telexicans are now allied. Well, I'm still going to keep recruiting troops.
Yes, my lord. Plotting course now, my lord. Yes? Yes!
Okay, there was another force out there.
The enemy are beaten. Yes, my lord.
Right,
This is where we shall meet the enemy.
let's go and
The enemy are beaten.
have a battle, shall we?
Crossing for battle.
Let's look at the Mayan units. Right, they have Mayan javelin men and priests of Kulkun. And Atab militia and Al-Hopop militia. What are their stats? Okay, these ones are slightly better than the mercenaries we've recruited. And these ones are even better. 7, 3, 10. Yeah. Considering it says they're militia, they seem to be pretty good.
Men, bring our people honor, glory, and most of all,
A good man does not take what belongs to someone else. If only that were true. Right. Let's start deployment. Right, let's take a look at our units then. Here's our general, New World bodyguard, nice looking armour, and a fairly impressive beard and moustache. Looks like he has a bit of a suntan. Not surprising wearing that type of armour out in the sun, especially as it's painted black. There's our conquistadors. I'm not sure if we can actually get any other type of cavalry as New Spain. They're obviously heavy cav. Here's our mercenaries. Here's our musketeers, which are not in skirmish mode, but they are now. Okay, here's our native archers. There's the musketeers, and there's the crossbow militia. Right, let's start the battle.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Yep, they're bringing in reinforcements, but it's not going to help them. Are they actually coming towards us? They are. That's some brave Mayans. They're going to get decimated. Okay, it looks like our musketeers are already firing. That's some very good range from there, isn't it? Yep, actually killing them. Looks like 7 or 8 in one volley. Yeah, it's really good range. Okay, we do in fact have another unit of musketeers. It says they're firing. They don't appear to be firing. Somebody is. Right, the Mayan javelin men probably don't have very good range. Right, here's our native warriors. Very nice shield designs on there, isn't it? What do they have? A stone axe? Or is that a metal axe? Looks like a stone axe. Small shield, but probably effective enough.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted,
Yeah,
victory.
it says they're reloading, but they don't appear to be throwing. Where's their general?
Praise to our Lord.
There he is.
Our men have slain the enemy.
He's dead.
The enemy flees the
Okay, they are now routing.
those worthless peasants. The enemy are badly blooded.
Right,
They have lost half their men.
let's get our men to stop firing. So we can run them down. Told you to stop firing, didn't I? Let's actually organize them. Stop firing. Okay, you're getting close to their reinforcements. Right. Let's get our gunners up here, but take them off of skirmish mode. and go back on fire at will. Ooh, you almost ran straight into the enemy forces. We've got spearmen there, but no missile units. Right. Our gunners should be firing pretty soon. Right, some of the native archers are firing. You probably need to be on skirmish mode. Right, you've been running around and you're winded, so just hang back there. Let's get our native units involved in the fight.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted,
Yep,
victory will be
they're all routing.
Praise the Almighty.
We are going to continue.
The stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
You can all stop firing. And you can stop chasing them. We lost 2%. Okay, we lost 2 men from there, 1 from there, and we're not really worried about the native mercenaries. Approaching 200 prisoners. And there goes their second general. Hopefully we can kill off their entire force. Oh, they may in fact get across the finish line. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, we got 77% of them.
This is a clear victory.
They apparently can run pretty fast.
Great virtue and valor.
Fair victory. So we lost 31 men. 2%. Okay. Are we going to ransom them? No.
We show little mercy. They deserve none.
Right. You can still reach that unit. Ooh. We lost a lot more that time, including our conquistadors. Okay, I don't think we're going to be auto-resolving that much. Not unless we can throw away our native troops. Okay. Can we see their population? No, we cannot. No, their war leader is called Mayan. That's a cool name. Right. Well, that's where we're going to leave our very first episode of our new campaign in the Americas, playing as New Spain. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later, right after you've liked, commented and subscribed.